Well, today, ladies and gentlemen, in this video, we're going to be talking about the brand new news from Gibson. Gene Simmons has his brand new G squared signature bass line. Are we excited? Should we care? Let's talk about it. So what is going on, everybody? Thank you so much for joining me for today's video. My name is Ray, I'm a guitar player here on YouTube, and Gibson's kind of staying in the news for better or for worse as of late. Yeah, man, the latest news is that Gene Simmons from Kiss has a brand new signature line of bass guitars from Gibson. Before I tell you my thoughts on this, first off, if you're brand new to my channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button and leave your thoughts on this news story down below in the comments, and I'll meet you down there, and we'll mix it up, man. I know it's going to be a bit controversial, but anything Gibson is controversial as of late. And yeah, man, I'm just excited to hear what you guys think about this news, and I'm excited to tell you what I think. So at the time of this filming, there's been two signature models that have been released from Gibson and Gene Simmons from the G squared line. That's the name of what they're calling it, and it's kind of lame. I'll be honest, that's kind of lame. But anyway, you have two instances of the Thunderbird bass. You got a red and black one, and you got a black and apparently like a mirrored one. That's what we got so far. So right off the bat, I just had to say, these basses, they look pretty sick, man. You know, I'm actually relatively surprised of how conservative they are, considering it is Gene Simmons and Kiss. You know, it could certainly be a lot more blinged out and over the top and, you know, flamboyant. Considering all of that, it is actually relatively moderate and conservative. So that's pretty cool, man. I like the red one. I think the red one looks actually relatively pretty cool. But apart from me actually liking how the basses look, I don't care, man. I don't care. I really don't care. I think this is just another perfect example of Gibson just having like no clue how to be relevant in 2021. And that's my honest, cold-hearted opinion. Now, right off the bat, this is not a Gibson bashing video. This is not a hating video. This is just me just calling it how it is, man, okay? You know, I love Kiss. Kiss was my first concert I saw in 2003. Kiss and Aerosmith. I love Kiss. I grew up on Kiss. But, man, Kiss and Gene Simmons has not been relevant for about 50 years, honestly. Like, honestly. You know, they did the reunion tour in, like, the 90s, and then they kind of did some stuff in the early 2000s, and then kind of just never really went away. But, dude, Kiss? Really? Kiss? We're gonna release a Gene Simmons signature line in 2021. Really? Not only is Kiss a non-relevant band anymore, but Gibson Guitars is really just teetering on the fence of, like making progress in terms of like looking good in the public eye, and then doing something else that makes them look really dumb and really just kind of obnoxious. And what better way to look obnoxious and flamboyant and arrogant than to team up with Gene Simmons? Like, I mean, come on, man. You know, I have a feeling that the powers that be at Gibson were just sitting around at a round table trying to spitball ideas of like who they should get to, like, you know, team up with and have a signature line, and just somebody was like, dude, you know what would be cool? Kiss. And everybody was like, yeah, Kiss. And it's just like, dude, you're totally missing like how to be relevant in 2021, man. Kiss has been dead for 50 years, man. No, not literally 50 years. That's a hyperbole, but seriously, man. Like, they're so old. They're so old. And of course, this is just my opinion, and I'm being a little silly. I'm being kind of half serious, but serious all at the same time, in the sense that, like, I think this is the huge problem with Gibson's marketing, man. They just continuously just cater towards the old dinosaurs of the 60s, 70s, and early 80s, man. It's like, you're setting yourself up for failure in the future, man. Unfortunately, the generation that Gibson is catering towards is going to pass on, man. It's gonna happen. It's inevitable, and it's just like, why are we still catering towards the old generation, like 3 generations ago? I don't understand it. I think it's a huge problem with Gibson's marketing and their whole design of their company. Another thing to caveat off of that is they're obsessed with their own 50s and 60s line, and that's great. Their 50s and their 60s guitars, they're phenomenal instruments, they're iconic, they trailblazed building guitars for, you know, the years to come. But dude, that was like, that was before Vietnam, man. Like, come on, dude. Like, when can we get something new and relevant and cool and not cheesy and cringy and just, dude, when can we get something cool, relevant, modern, and not just weird. I think the best way to describe them teaming up with Gene Simmons and giving a Gene Simmons bass is just weird. It's just a weird decision. It's weird. Why? Why? I don't get it. And again, going back to them being obsessed with their 50s and 60s line. What about the 70s line? I mean, they started to with Adam Jones. That's cool. But like, what about the early 80s stuff? That stuff's great. What about the early 90s stuff? The late 90s stuff? What about the early 2000s stuff? The 2010s stuff? Not the 2010s. But like, what about the 2020 line? You know, why can't we get a new relevant guitar player to have a signature model? Like, when have they really just catered towards some serious modern day players that aren't 70 years old? And I know I can hear it right off the bat. Well, there's no big bands anymore. There's no great guitar players anymore. You know, there's nothing like that anymore. And to me, that's just a lazy excuse, because you have the ability to have the entire world and every single guitar player in your pocket, dude, on a thing called an iPhone. You know what I mean? Like, to say that there's no more amazing guitar players and no more famous guitar players is such a cop-out, man. There's guitar players that over all of their social media platforms have multi-million people fan base, like just millions and millions of followers. So it's like, Gibson, you're just missing the mark so much. You're so missing the point, and so missing how to be relevant, how to be a modern day guitar brand. And I think that's why brands like Ernie Ball Music Man are killing it. Kiesel, Balaguer, Solar, Ibanez, Schecter, all these brands that are catering towards the modern younger audience are killing it. Chapman Guitars is another one. Like, you know, they're relevant, they're modern, they understand that the way to set yourself up for the success in the future is you got to cater towards what's relevant now. And giving Gene Simmons a bass, dude, what year is it? You know what I mean? Like, come on, dude. When can we get something cool and get a signature guitar from somebody that hasn't been, you know, that's not like 70 years old, man? I don't get it. I don't get it. But all in all, everybody, again, I'm being half serious. I'm being a little sarcastic. I'm being a little dramatic. But there's a lot of truth, or I shouldn't say there's a lot of truth. I strongly believe in my opinions and what I'm saying right now. It's like, man, when can we get something cool from Gibson and a new artist? Like, you know, when can we get like a Jason Richardson or a Tim Henson? When can we get somebody young, you know, and somebody that's relevant and popular now? When can we get somebody like that from Gibson? I don't see it happening, and it's a bummer, because they're setting themselves up for failure, and it just makes them look bad, and especially of all people, of Gene Simmons. So everybody, that's just my honest opinion. That's my hot take. Just, I don't get it. I don't get it. Kiss, of all people, Kiss, Gene Simmons, really? We're excited about that? I don't know, man. But anyway, that's my opinion. Those are my thoughts. Leave your thoughts down below, and let's have a conversation down below. I know it's not going to be friendly, but let's have a nice conversation, and I'll meet you down there. And yeah, if you disagree, that's totally cool, man. But you know what? This is just the internet. This is just for fun. These are my opinions, and yeah, man, you know, at the end of the day, who really cares what I have to say? You know what I mean? We're just here to hang out and just, you know, mix it up. I don't understand this move, but if you like it, that's cool too, all right? So everybody, again, if you're brand new to my channel and want to consider hitting that subscribe button, I really appreciate it. I'm out of here. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay metal. And I'll see you guys next time. Later.